Hi, I'm Sean with AGI, and today we're going to take a look at Yamaha's new app called MonitorMix. MonitorMix lets your musicians and your singers have control of their mix in your Yamaha CL or QL console. And so what this does is it eliminates the need for extra boxes on stage or extra cables or any of that clutter that we're used to seeing on stage for the musicians to control their mix. Now it's all done in the console from the iOS app. So let's take a look at how you set this up. What you need to do is go into your setup menu, click on the network button, and then click on the pin button. And what you're going to do is you're just going to pick a 4-digit pin code and hit OK. And you can change this for every service. You could change this for every week. However you want to set this up and whatever you want to, however you want to do it, you can have control over changing this pin code whenever you want to. And so what that does is only people with that pin code can get in the app and see the mixes and have control over it. So we're done there. That's all the engineer has to do. All the rest of it is done in the iOS app by the musicians or your singers. So let's get that out and take a look at that. Here's our iPad. And the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to open up the app and they're going to see the Yamaha console in the app. So you just click on that and hit connect. And that's going to sync up to the console and ask you for your pin number that the engineer set up. So ours is 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hit OK. And then they're going to see a list of all the mixes in the console. So you need to make sure that you have the mixes labeled correctly so it makes sense for your singers and musicians, whether that's by people's names or however it makes sense for you and your team to do that. Just make sure that it's accurate and it makes sense and it's easy. So I'm going to pretend to be the drummer today. So I'm going to click on the drum mix and I'm going to click done. And the app is going to sync to the console and pull up that mix inside the console. So here's my mix. You'll see I have the drum channels, the synth channels, and you just go through and scroll here, some vocal channels, and you can see every channel in the console there. And then I have a mix fader for the entire mix as a whole. So if I go to Sends on Fader in the console here and select the drum mix, we can actually see that as I change in the app, it changes in the console. So we're going to go here and change these around and pull up and pull down some faders, and we'll see that it changes in the console. And if I make a change in the console, it's updating in the app. So that when somebody asks for a change, if they ask for a change, they'll see that I'm making it and how much I'm adjusting it by. So that even if they're new and they're not used to it and you're kind of teaching them and getting them onto this app, they can learn and see, okay, when I ask for something, for an adjustment, the engineer adjusts it by this much. So they can kind of learn over time and see how things are adjusted. So we can see here, let's take a quick listen. Okay, that's good. We can see all of these channels. I want to pull that up or down. Put that where we like it. Now, I don't see a click here. I kind of hear one, but I don't see it. And that's because in the console, it's way down here on this channel. So I want to move that. I'm the drummer. I don't want to have to scroll over all the time to go try and find the click track in all this mess of tracks. So you can come in here, click and hold that down, and arrange your tracks the way that you want them so they make sense for you. So now my click channel is down there, and I can pull that up or down however I want that to be. Now also, I'm the drummer, so I want to hear all of these other instruments, but I don't particularly want to sit and have to mix them the whole time. It would be nice if I could just kind of group them together so that I had one fader that just controlled all of them. So you can do that. You can come in here to this same menu and just click all of these. I'm going to put all of these in the same group. So I've selected all of them, and I'm just going to come down here and click group. It's going to ask me to name them. And then I'm going to give them the icon here, and I'm going to color them pink. So now all of my synths are now on one fader, and if I come in here and pull all of them up, or I pull all of them down, they all act together, and I can still click on that and unfold all of those and see all of them and adjust them all, and then come back in here and fold that back down. And then you can also mute channels by just holding over the icon. It will mute everything in that group, or just that channel. So that's a quick, easy way to get your mixes going, and then fold them all down or unfold them if you need to make changes. And then we have some more options here under our settings menu. We have a fader cap. You can turn that on or off. That's just a little sprite there. That's at the top of your faders. And then you have fader sensitivity, which you can turn up or down, and that's just how much effort it takes to kind of pull those channels up or down. That could be good for musicians who are just learning to mix, and these big changes, drastic changes, are too much for them, so you can set that. And then you have the number of faders, which changes how many faders are on the screen at a time. So this would be good if you just wanted to group a lot of things together. So you could have all of your drums on one channel, you could have all of your pianos on another channel, and all of your vocalists on another channel. And then right here, right in front of you, you can control things real easily. There's another setting here for channel name. So you can make that larger. So if you're using this where you're only having a few channels on your screen at a time, you can make that larger and easier to read. That would also be useful if you're using a phone and it's a little smaller. You don't want to try and be cramming all of this into your little phone screen. So that would be a great way of doing that. So again, I can see this being used to really help speed up the way that you do sound checks and the way that you do your rehearsals, because now you as the engineer are focused on the house mix, and you're not having to change everybody's mix for a song when the musicians change or the singers change, or there's a solo, so everybody wants to hear that up in their mix. You're not having to do all of these mixes for every single scene that you go through. You're just worried about the house mix, and if somebody needs an adjustment, you can still run in there and use a little compression, use a little bit of EQ, and do some of those more advanced things for them, but they're in charge of their mix overall. So it's really going to release you to do what you really want to do, which is mix for the house. And so I think this is going to be a huge update for the Yamaha consoles and for your singers and musicians. Really clean up your stage, get those boxes off of the stage and all that extra cable and all of that stuff. Get rid of that and let them have control over their own mix in your console without any extra equipment. So again, I'm Sean Walker with AGI. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave those in the comments section below. Make sure to subscribe so that you get updates whenever we release a new video. And if you like any of the equipment that you see in our videos, it's all brand new, but now it's been opened, it's out of the box. So we'll give you an open box discount on any of the equipment that you see in our videos. So if you see something you like, email me or call me and we'll get you set up, we'll get you the best price, and you can get any of the equipment that you see in our videos. So thanks again for watching. I'm Sean with AGI. Thanks again. I said thanks like 50 times. That'll be edited out.
You're very thankful.
I am so thankful that you watched this video. Thanks.